And that's another thing that I've learned. You cannot spontaneously go out in Atlanta. You really have to have something planned out, or else you think you're about to come in here and eat? That's a lie, you're not. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dominique. If you are new here, please go ahead and make sure that you are subscribing to this channel. Like this video if you liked it, and let's get into it. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you all how I do my makeup whenever I go out. It's just a simple, easy, everyday type of makeup routine. If the lighting is going in and out, my apologies. I am filming with natural lighting. I'm sitting in front of my window. So I put you all in a little close this time. So I hope you all don't mind too much. I'm not naked. I don't really know why we have to make that disclaimer. I do have on a tube top, but I guess I'll just say it just to say it. My everyday makeup routine or when I'm going out is fairly simple. You don't need a lot of products, and most importantly, you don't need expensive products. They do the job for me at least. The first thing that I do when I'm doing my makeup is I go ahead and start off with my eyebrows first. The Morphe eyebrow pencil, I know, but I like it. It's Morphe eyebrow pencils for me, okay? So I'm gonna use like I said, Morphe eyebrow pencil and an e.l.f. wax stick. I don't really have much to talk to y'all about. If you were wondering, work is going well. If you all aren't familiar or you don't know, I don't think I mentioned this in my last video, but I work in cyber. My time here in Atlanta has been really, really nice, honestly. I'm so happy I made the move. And on top of that, I'm like really grateful for the people who have reached out to me, asking to hang out, asking to, just catch up and meet up and stuff like that. It makes me feel like y'all really like the kid or whatever. Y'all really like me. But no, I'm being dead serious. I really appreciate those who have reached out to me. And then I appreciate those who I've reached out to hang out. So that really makes me happy. Anyways, the way that I do my eyebrows is I kind of just line them at the bottom. I haven't gotten my eyebrows done since quarantine, since March. So I've just been kind of doing them myself, but not really. So essentially what I'll do is I'll just go in and with like a razor and kind of just like shave down the top part of my hair, because hair does grow up here, and then I'll tweeze down here, but I haven't done it in a while. But I mean, they look fine. You always think your eyebrows look fine, and then when you go get them done by a professional, you're like, how did I ever walk around with the eyebrows that I had before? It doesn't make sense. But anyways, how have y'all been? Everybody okay? Are y'all doing all right? I mean, I think that question is important now more than ever. Like it really has some sort of meaning behind it. Granted, I'm sure that, before this whole pandemic hit, asking somebody how they're doing has always meant something, but it's especially important now to ask people before you just dive into whatever conversation that you have going on, is to just really ask them and genuinely ask, like, are you okay? Like, everything's fine with you? All right, so now that I've done my eyebrows, I take the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. I don't know if she watches my videos, but Dia, if you are watching this, she put me onto this concealer, and it looked good when she was using it, and it was only $6, so I was like, I love e.l.f., let me try it out. And I'm so glad that I did, because this camo concealer it's really nice. I would say it's pretty full coverage, but for the most part, it's a really nice concealer. So I just take some, I swipe it underneath my eyebrows. And this shade, oops, my bad, the shade Rich Chocolate, and my Morphe eyebrow pencil is in the shade Java. And my bad, y'all, my brushes are not clean, so it is what it is, I guess. But I like to take this and just clean up my eyebrows with it, because it's not too bright, but it does leave some sort of color underneath my eyebrows where it's not blending right into my skin, but it's not too bright, like I said. And then I kind of conceal the top part just a little bit. Can y'all see my, oops, sorry. Anyways, I hope that everyone is doing okay. I genuinely mean that. As far as me, I'm doing fine. I am 1000% enjoying my time here in Atlanta. I do plan on going back home, which is Florida, for a few weeks, just to kind of hang out with my family for my nephew's birthday and then for Thanksgiving. But every time I've hung out with somebody in Atlanta, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, I haven't experienced something yet where I'm just like, ooh, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy it. But I will say, Atlanta, y'all cannot drive. People here cannot drive. Like, there's an accident everywhere that I go. And I don't know if y'all know this about me, but I get anxiety on the road. If the floor is anything but dry, I get anxiety. Like if the floor is wet, it doesn't even have to be raining. Like if it just got done raining and I'm about to leave the house and now the floors are wet, I'm nervous. Like I get nervous on the road. I don't like it. There is no slow lane. Every lane is the fast lane. So if you're in the left lane, you need to go fast. If you're in the right lane, you need to go fast. If you're in the middle lane, you need to go fast. Like, can y'all slow down? Where y'all going? I just want to know, like, you know where I know where y'all going. I know where y'all going. I'm trying to make y'all dinner reservations. I know. Or y'all brunch reservations. And that's another thing that I've learned. You cannot spontaneously go out in Atlanta. You really have to have something planned out, or else you think you about to come in here and eat? That's a lie. You're not. Make sure that you have reservations for sure. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm really appreciative of everybody that I've hung out with, everybody who's reached out to me, who's made it a point to check in on me. I just really appreciate it if I haven't said it, so thank you. Is it too bright? I hope it's not too bright. Let me try to tone it down a little bit. Yeah. All right, I guess these are my eyebrows. I'm not really sure how I feel about them. You know how like you do your eyebrows, like you do your makeup off camera and everything's fine, but as soon as you want to sit down and film it, it's a catastrophe. All right, so now that I'm done with my eyebrows, I go in with my foundation and I switch between my Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation and my ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. It just literally depends on what mood I'm in. So for today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Anastasia one. I'm running low on this one, but I do have another bottle that I purchased. I had to re-up. I've had that bottle for like, it's kind of embarrassing. I've had it for like the past 6 to 8 months and I haven't used it yet. I just purchased it because it was on sale and I didn't want to run out of this one because this is like my perfect shade. So what I like to do is I have most recently started putting my foundation towards the center of my face. And once I start blending it out on my face, it then spreads towards the bottom parts of my face. So for example, I'll put my foundation here. I need to put it here as well. Yeah, it's running low. So like I said, I just kind of put it here on the high points of my face kind of. And then once I start blending it out, ooh, that almost got in my eye. Once I start blending it out, it will start falling into these areas of my face, trust me. I take my beauty sponge by Sonny Kashuk and I just start blending it in. And this is the exact same way that I do my face when I wear a mask. I know in one of my last vlogs, the vlog prior to the vlog that I just posted, if you haven't already, please go ahead and watch it. I did state that I don't put foundation on the bottom portion of my face if I'm gonna have to wear a mask. And I have since changed my mind. Like, I like putting on foundation. Like, I like putting on makeup. It looks like I'm beating my face up. I like putting on my makeup the way that I put it on, and I don't want to have to switch it up. And I don't want to have to switch it up just because I have to wear a mask. So it's like, subconsciously, I've just been putting on my makeup the way that I normally do. And it's just like, why do I have to think about how I'm going to put my makeup on if I'm going to wear a mask? Like, it is what it is at this point. I'm just going to do my makeup the way that I do it. And if for whatever reason my mask takes off the makeup, I can always reapply. Ooh, also, my nails are press-ons. I know, I put them on, and at first, when I first tried them on, I don't know if y'all follow me on Instagram, but I put them on, I tried to do a whole design. It was a fail. Now that I've put them on again, I think I found the secret to making press-on nails look a little less like press-on nails. So the key to it, instead of painting the nail that you purchase off of Amazon or wherever you decide to purchase it, instead of painting it while it's off your nail, you need to apply it on your nail and then paint it while it's on your actual nail. But don't bring the paint down all the way to the base. Put the nail on all the way down to your base, but don't paint all the way down to your base. Leave like a slither of just a plain base, no polish, no nothing. And it looks much more natural. Granted, they are press-on nails and people are gonna be able to tell the difference, but it won't be so loud like a block of a nail on top of your nail. And it's screaming, press on, I'm a press on, I'm a press on. All right, now that I have my foundation on my face, I hope that I blended it out. I go in with my e.l.f. concealer. I go in with 2 different concealers. First, I apply the e.l.f. camouflage concealer right here. I always do it right here. and on a little bit on the sides of my nose. Here. And then once I'm done with that, I go in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade 30 Cafe. It is a bit brighter, and that's why I added on, because I kind of want a little bit of highlight. I don't want it to seamlessly kind of like, I don't want it to be as dull as it would be without it. So I just add on this concealer just to brighten it up a little bit. And then from here, I take my beauty sponge. I'll either take my beauty sponge or I'll take a brush, but I kind of just pat it in and just blend it out like normal. And I know this nail glue, talking all over the place. So I switched over my nail glue because the first time I put on these press-on nails, I had used nail glue that I had purchased from Walmart a while ago, and they weren't staying on. Like, the nails were not staying on. They were falling off at night, just popping off. I'll be pulling the covers up on me and they would just pop off. And I'm just like, I'm over it. Because I done took all this time to design the nail only for them to pop off. I decided to pick up nail glue from the dollar store, and girl, my nails did not pop off last night. I mean, granted, I've only had these nails on for about less than 24 hours. Around tonight at like 10:30, we'll make it 24 hours. But I'm hopeful that they're gonna stay on maybe up until tomorrow, and that's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I guess that's good. I don't really know. This is my first time playing with press-on nails. I turned it down another notch. Yeah, I'm just like, I had to switch out my nail glue because that nail glue just wasn't it. It wasn't sticking. And I prepped my base properly this time around. I buffed out my nail bed. I used acetone to clean off any oils, and then I applied the glue to my nail, and then I pressed the press-on nail into my nail into the glue. All right, so this is my face with everything blended out. Very natural, pretty seamless. That I normally take my Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 35 Deep, and I'll either mix it with my Sacha Buttercup, or what I'll do is I'll just use the Sacha Buttercup on its own. But I've already mixed it together. I just take a brush. This is a Real Techniques brush, and I just dip it into the powder. And I just press it into my skin. I don't like to bake. I just press it into my skin. Once I'm done with that, this is probably my most expensive product that I have here. Either this was my most expensive product that I'm using here, or my Anastasia foundation. But I use the MAC Studio Fix powder in NW45. I just use a big Real Techniques brush. And then from there, what I'll do is I'll blend in the under eye highlight into my skin while adding just a neutral color back to my face. There's that. This is my face so far. I hope it looks good on camera. I really don't know. Now I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. This is my Makeup Revolution bronzer in the shade Dark. Blend it into my skin right here. You can go ahead and use a cream contour, like that foundation or whatever contour that you use, and then apply a powder, but I just go in straight with the powder. Sometimes. Other times, like, depends on like where I'm going or how long I'm going to be out, then I'll use a cream contour prior to this, but this is fine. Put some right here around my chin. And I always blend it into my hairline. A little bit, and I just use some around my nose. And I don't necessarily put this on my nose to make it look smaller. I just do it to make my face come together, so that way my nose doesn't look one-dimensional. It kind of just has some dimension to it. But contour your nose for whatever reason you do, as long as it's not you self-hating, okay? As long as it's not you self-hating. My Fenty Beauty bronzer in Mocha Mami, and I kind of use this as like a blush bronzer because it has a very reddish undertone to it. So I kind of use it just as like a blush, pretty much. So I just take a little bit, put it on the apples of my cheek, right here, dip into it again, and then do the other side. Just kind of blend it out for wherever it can go. like that. All right, so now taking my LA Colors pressed powder in the shade Bronze. I picked this up from the dollar store. I did do a video using mainly all dollar store products. If you haven't already, please go ahead and watch it. This is the shade. What I'll do is I just use this to clean up my contour. Like that. Take my brush, the same brush that I used using the MAC Studio Fix powder. I just kind of blend this out just a little bit. I still want that chiseled look, but I'm just gonna blend it out so it's not as harsh. All right, so this is the base. So now what I go ahead and do is I use the LA Colors bronzer, but I use this as a highlight. This is in the shade Bronze. This is gonna give you a very natural highlight, a subtle highlight, nothing too extra. But you can pack it on if you want, and I just kind of add it right there. See that? Boom. Boom, baby. I like to lay the brush flat and then go in. Put some right here. And I also got this LA Colors highlighter from the dollar store as well. Okay, so now we can go into the eyeshadow. So pretty much, I just use my Makeup Revolution bronzer as an all-over eyeshadow color. You can add different shades, like a orangey color, just to kind of use it as a transition. But I use this as an all-over color. And that's the first eye done. I'm just gonna go in with this eye, tap, tap, tap. And you don't have to bring it up as much as I did. You can kind of concentrate it simply on your mobile lid and not necessarily on your crease. And then if you just keep tapping, it should blend into your crease just naturally on its own. Like that. Boom. All right, so now that I'm done with this simple eyeshadow look, I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. gel liner in the shade Black and a Real Techniques brush, and I'm just going to use this to line my lash line. I'm not gonna wing it out or anything. I just give it a line across my mobile lid and I call it a day with it. All right, so now that that's done, I now go ahead and add some lashes. These are the lashes that I've been using recently and lately. I don't remember the name of the lash brand. Oh man, I don't remember. It comes in like a purple packaging. I don't have the top part, but this is how I keep them packaged. They are in this number 15 Chic 3D. I feel like I've mentioned these in a prior video of mine, so if I can find out the actual name of it, I will link it down below. But these are just some natural, they're like natural, but still a lot of boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like a boom, boom, boom. So be careful. I like them. I think they're an everyday type of eyelash. And they're not too much for me, but if you are very, very new to wearing lashes, you might not like these. But to me, these are what I consider an everyday eyelash at this point. Since I wear eyelashes for the most part every time I go out, if I'm hanging out with somebody, I wear lashes because it just pulls the look together. So if you are a beginner, you might not consider these an everyday lash, but to me, at this point, it's like, they're an everyday lash. You guessed it. I do use hair glue as my eyelash glue. I don't like to add mascara to my lashes prior to me adding on the falsies, because when I do that, my natural lashes curl up and then it makes it difficult for me to be able to put lashes on. I can't do it like that. All right, So now that the lashes are on and out of the way, I go in with my lip color. So I'm going to be using the Nika K lip liner pencil in the shade Coffee. That I'm gonna go in with the Lip Bars liquid lipstick in the shade Savage. I love this liquid lipstick. The Lip Bar is a Black owned brand and you can find them at Target. Packaging is super cute. This is giving me like Victorian gothic type of vibes, but this shade, baby, this shade is, she's that girl, especially for the fall. So I'm going to apply this. Last but not least, I go ahead and spray my face using my badescu facial spray. All right, y'all, so this is the final look. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you took something from this video. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Like this video if you liked it. If you have any comments or questions about any of the products that I used, or like questions for me, leave them down in the comment section down below. I love chatting it up with you all, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, y'all.